Hello, welcome. I sat there watching that countdown go on for minutes and I'm like, I should just go live. But I waited because that's what a countdown's for. Anyways, hello, friends and viewers. I don't know, people, hello. Welcome. So today I am going to do a kind of like basically what I did last week, but better, in my opinion. So last week, I don't know if you saw this or not, but if you didn't, I haven't uploaded the video yet because I'm sort of torn a little bit. But basically last week we talked about getting into custom post types, getting those into your WordPress install, registering custom post type, dealing with some meta, adding some a document settings panel to be able to update that meta inside the post, only rendering that. Anyways, all these sort of custom post type things, and then we kind of got locked. I got locked into trying to register a block from inside a theme. And I've had a bit of a epiphany. I shouldn't say an epiphany. I've had a change of heart. I had some really great conversations from a bunch of people who I very much respect their opinion and the idea of putting. Sorry, I have coins in my pocket. I think basically, the long and short of it is, blocks and functionality should be in a plugin. Now, from the developer in me, totally agrees with that, in the sense of like, we should always be trying to abstract our functionality from our view. That's why things like MVC and those sort of things are always out there. I don't want to try to say. So, anyways, there's definitely some reasons why you may want to try to put a block inside of the theme, but I guess this becomes a question of like, you can do it, but should you do it, right? So I think I have had a change of heart, and I am very much in the camp of like, I don't think I want to put blocks inside of themes anymore, because theme lock-in is a real problem. I'm going to switch over to chatting because I'm not really doing any coding. I'm just going to talk. But theme lock-in is a real issue. And now for me, coming from an agency background, that was never really a problem, because the themes that we were building were going to be the theme for the client for a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. And then if they ever wanted to change that, they would come back to us and we would give them a new theme with all the functionality. So it was never a problem. But for people out in, like, if you're creating plugins and themes for the general community, having someone locked into your theme because they like a piece of functionality isn't really the best experience. So I think that's that. So today we're going to do a lot of what we did last week, but we're going to do it all from a plugin. So I'm going to register the custom post type from inside a plugin, and I also want to go over a really cool change that was just pushed out for the scripts package. So we're going to do that. Yep, that's the agency boat I'm in right now. Blocks and themes, darn the consequences. Yep. I get that. I totally get that. The consequences that you're going to run into is that there's two ways to look at it. Now, I come from agency. I totally get that. I totally get what you're saying. Multiple build processes and doing all this stuff is a bit of a pain. But think of it this way. If you have functionality that's not ever going to change, and then, a client comes to you and says, I want a brand new theme, you have to like rip that functionality out of your theme, put it into your new theme, and do all those things. Where if that functionality was just living inside a plugin, all you have to do is just change the theme. The functionality still exists as long as you're styling it properly. You're all done. Now I know that you know this, and I'm not, teaching you anything here, and that's not my intent. I just, there's arguments on both sides, right? Well, it's a plugin. The client can turn off the plugin. Yeah. Well, the client can also turn off the theme. So, since blocks go into the content, yeah. The thing is, if it's in the if it's a dynamic block and your block code is inside the theme, you turn that theme off, that block won't render anymore. So there's that, because you need that PHP code to render the block on the front end. It'll still be in your content, but it won't be renderable. And if it's a static block, you'll have the markup in your post, but perhaps the styling is gone now. So you just have unstyled markup inside your post. Now, there's arguments, like I said, there's arguments on both sides. Some people could even argue that, a block is technically just outputting markup. So is that part of the view layer, or is that part of the functionality layer? It's part of the functionality layer in this developer's opinion. Anyhow, cool. Sweet. My bot's going a little crazy. I think my timers are a little bit a little bit much. I'm going to have to adjust that for next week, I think, for sure. Anyhow, okay, I'm going to just switch over to some coding stuff here. So what I want to do is, the first thing that I want to do is I want to, I'm just going to kill this little timer window. I don't need that. I'm going to open, and where am I? Over here. Okay, so, nope, that's not what I want. I was just doing an update to my dynamic block template because we're going to use that here. Okay, cool. So this is our code. I'm going to get rid of this. We don't need this. So the first thing that I want to do is we need a plugin. So I'm going to run this. So this is the create block package that you'd probably see me run 1,000 times on this channel, and I'm going to just make some adjustments here. So we're using npx. Npx is basically, it's like npm, but it doesn't install it to your project. It just runs it and then discards it. So this is going to be my stream post types, because my custom post type is going to be for streams that I'm going to put it on my site somewhere. So the namespace is going to be Twitch streams. Can I spell it right? Still can't spell it right. There we go. And then template I'm going to use as a custom one. You're welcome to use it, and it will create us a dynamic block. Now, this is going to be a dynamic block because we're going to use some post meta, so it doesn't need to be saved with the blog. It's saved with the post, and we're just going to refresh that. So I'm just going to run that. It's going to take a few minutes to run and do its thing. It's going to install this little thing in here somewhere. I don't know where that is. Yeah, let me know if my timers are getting a bit redonkulous. If they're getting annoying, let me know. I'll turn them off. Yeah. But I just want you to follow me on all the things, right? So anyways, where are we with this? Okay, so this is installing. So what I want to show first, so while that installs, so if we look at the scripts package, I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. So this little feature here, which is one that is a variation of what was there. So this was just released on the 3rd. So it's out there now. But what we found, I streamed this a little while ago, like around last month probably, and we were working with dynamic blocks, and I have a template.php file that I want to have loaded in to manage the render callback stuff. And so I found that I needed to manually copy that over to the build folder, which was totally fine, but we thought it would be a much better solution if we were able to actually have it copy those things over. So we added that, and that's what this is. So this feature automatically copied anything inside the source directory, any .php files inside the source directory into the build directory, which was great in our use case. Now there was a couple of projects that it kind of messed with a bit out in the world, and so we've kind of changed that now. So it's an opt-in. I say we. It's like the royal we. I wrote the PR for it, but I worked with a couple of people to do it. It's not like there's a grandiose plan here. It's just kind of two dudes figured it out. So now if you want to opt into copying, we pass a flag to the command that we're going to use. So I'll show you how to set that up now. So let's jump over here. Okay, so it looks like that's done. It's going to clear that out. So we'll see what we got here. Jump over. So where did I put that thing? Where is it? What? Where'd it go? Did I put it in the wrong spot? Where am I here? Content, plugins. Where the heck did that go? There should be stream post types, right? I slot fill. Oh, it's right there. I found it. Found it, guys. Don't worry. Found it. Okay, cool. So if I were to I'm just going to open this in the terminal here, just to save Windows. So I want to show you some stuff. So basically, I've got this file. I'm going to zoom in. I've got this file down here. Right here. This template.php file. And that contains all of my... What is this screaming at me for? Oh, yeah, whatever. This contains... Let me adjust my mic here. All of the markup that's going to be spit out in the when the block renders. But what I want to have, but I want it to be in the build folder, because if I was to release this, I wouldn't release all my source code. I'd release the build, right? And everything else is getting copied over there. So right now, if I were to run npm start, which will give me, which will run the build process here. Sorry, the it runs the watch version of it from scripts. It's copying everything in here, but it doesn't copy the template. So what I want to do is I'm going to want to add this flag, and the flag was webpack copy PHP. Oh, thanks for the follow, Chris McCoy. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Weird. Okay. Sorry, my bot didn't respond to that at all, which is weird because it should have. But anyhow, I don't know what is up with that. Anyway, appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. Cool. So let's kill this now. Oh, I just killed my bot. That's hilarious. Let's kill this, and I'm gonna restart the command, and then after it builds, we should see. It looks like it built. We can see in the build folder. Now we've got nothing. Where? Let's run a. Huh? Did I call that right? Let's look. Webpack copy PHP. So I should be able to pass this to here. Oh, I don't think I saved it. That's probably what it was. There we go. So now we're passing that flag. So hopefully we should see. So we now we have our template file as part of our build process. That's really cool. I really like that. I really like that because now we can just bundle our build, and we can ignore the source when we submit this to the plugin repository. So I'm gonna just close this down. I'm gonna add this to my build as well. Probably won't run the build. Okay, cool. So this is gonna be our post types plugin, right? So we've got our block, which we'll deal with in a minute. And what I want to have with this thing is I want to register the post type. I want to add some post meta. So I need to expose some post meta to the API, and to the REST API. I want to add that plugin, and then I want to add a custom template once we've kind of got our block and everything in place. Cool. So let's start doing this. So in our post types, we've got the block registration. So what I'm also going to do is I'm just going to register it. Runs on the init method as well. So I'm just going to add another init method, add action and init. You know what? I'm just going to add a function called function register stream post type, right? And then I'm going to call this from inside of this function because this is being called on the same action, so I might as well just call it in here. So you could just put your code in here as well. It's really up to you. Register post type. Ugh. Cool. All right, so in here we need to. PHP CS is fun, but it kind of gets in the way sometimes. This is, what am I doing here? This is register the post type. Cool. So to register post type, we need to call a function called register post type right here. We're gonna use an args array, right? And this is gonna be added later. So in here, we're gonna actually register the post type. So that's the slug of the post type that I want to use. Now I've already gone ahead and I'm just gonna steal a bunch of the code from last week to save us a bit of time. I'll go through it all, but so I'm just gonna grab some labels that I have pre-done because the labeling stuff is pretty ridiculous. There's a lot of labels in here. I'm just basically adding streams. You don't have to override all these labels. You don't have to customize all of these. A lot of them will just inherit from the singular name and the name themselves. So that's, I just did it for the sake of being verbose. And then I'm gonna grab the rest of my arguments. All right, so in here, so our labels are going to be using this label array. We've got a description for it, custom post type. Public is true, queryable is true. We're going to show the UI. We're going to show all these things. The slug is streams. It has the same capability type as post. This is all fairly straightforward stuff. And the important things is we need to do this, show and rest, or it won't show up anywhere. We also want to register the custom fields for it. So if we have this now, and we switch over to here, where am I? Right here. I should see a plugin called Twitch Streams. Is that? Oh man. Uh-oh. Which one of these is it? Let's fix that. We're gonna go stream post types. That was created by the plugin. Now there are some other things that we can do with the create block package that I didn't talk about, where it actually will prompt you for some of these. You can actually add these, but we won't worry about that right now. So I refresh this. Here we go. So I'm gonna activate my stream post types. You can see I've got streams here, and they're here. And actually, this is from last week, so I actually have one of these. And there we go. So we register our stream. That's awesome. So we don't need to worry about much else there in that sense. The next thing that we want to do is we're going to register a couple of pieces of post meta. And that's going to allow us to have this post meta available to us and then edit it in Gutenberg. Because what we want to do is have it in a panel. So all this does is tell the REST API that these are available and that we can look at these, or that these are accessible, right? So that's pretty much all we have to do on this end of things. So I'm going to just close this down, and then we're going to get into how we're going to build. We need to build this panel. So last week we ran into some not problems, but just some issues. Having multiple builds, and I put a bit of thought into that, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a separate build command for it. So the start, these two are gonna be for our blocks, and this one's gonna be for, I'm gonna call it plugin. I'm gonna go start plugin, right? The reason that I'm gonna do that is because I'm gonna give it a separate entry point, like a different one. So source is the entry point that you would use. This is the entry point that it's expecting, right? It being the scripts package. Scripts package, when it runs, it says, okay, look in source, find me something, and do something with it. So what I want to do is I'm going to add plugin. I'm going to call it. It's technically a plugin, but it's not like in the sense of the word. So this is going to be the post meta, stream post meta, stream meta panel. We'll call it that, right? And then in here, I'm going to do a new file and say index.js, right? And here, I'm going to do the most obnoxious thing I can do is say loaded, right? And we'll do that, okay? So now what we want to do is we're going to need to do script start, and I think we need to pass it the entry point of stream meta panel. I think that'll do it. So let's kill this build. I'm going to go npm run. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? This might overwrite the build. Might have to change the output too. But we'll see. Anyway, so npm run start plugin. Let's see what that does. So what did that do? So that put it into the build. Okay, so it loaded it, but it also overwrote what we were doing there. So that's not totally great. So I think what we'll do is we'll take a look at the docs here. I just can't remember how to do it. The output. Okay, so we're gonna pass output as well. So that's the entry. I'm gonna say the output is, no, wait, what? It's dash output. I think it's equals. What's it say there? Yeah, okay. And we're gonna say plugin. I'm gonna go build/plugin. I wonder if that'll work. Let's try this. Because that unknown option. What did I do wrong there? Dash. Oh, output path. That's why. That's why. Okay, output path. Dash output path. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna turn this bot off. It's driving me nuts. So sorry for the ridiculous. Okay, so this should give us. Hopefully, this will put in the build directory. It'll give us plugin. There we go. And then if we run. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to put this in blocks. Block. So now we can still use the build. I'm going to cancel this and just run start, and then hopefully it's probably going to overwrite everything inside of there, but we'll see. So we don't need this stuff. I'm going to delete that. So we got our block, we've got our plugin. Okay, cool. So now we've got that. Now the downside here is I guess we can't really run both at the same time, but you're not really going to be working on both at the same time, I don't think. Okay, anyhow. All right, cool. So that's our build. I should probably do the same thing. Just do a build for plugin, just for the sake of completeness. Okay, so I'm going to do this. What do we run start? We're going to work on the plugin now. All right, so I'm just going to run that. I'm just going to close this so it's not in the way. In the source, nope, in the student panel in here. So we got this. So the thing that we do have to do now is we have to. Oh, thanks for the follow, Nicolas. Nicolas, I said that right. Thank you for following. All right, so we need to get. First of all, we need to get this being enqueued. So we're gonna do that with another hook. All right, so I kind of lied down here. Okay, so we need to do add action. I never remember this. I think it's, what is it? Block, enqueue, block, editor, assets. I think that's the hook right there. Okay, I think that's it. Enqueue block editor assets. So this is the hook that actually we need to be able to enqueue our stuff, right? So inside of this, so this is very similar to like WP enqueue scripts or whatever, or enqueue scripts or enqueue admin scripts. We're gonna do enqueue script. All right, the handle is gonna be we're gonna give the name of custom. So streams, what do I call this thing? Stream meta panel, right? And then the source is going to be plugin dir URL, and then it's going to be dash file, right? And then we're going to have it look inside the build directory, inside the, I don't know what I called it, plugin directory. Plugin, and it'll be plugin.js. Plugging.js, right? What do I do here? So this, and that, and this, and this, and what is he yelling at? Oh, this is probably, oh God. What's the problem here? Unexpected thingy. I didn't close my string. Okay. Okay, so why are you being okay, cool. So the other thing that I want to do, why is this thing giving me grief? Oh, I think I have to do it like this. PHP CS fire the win. And that needs 2 of those. So that's that. Okay, all right, cool. So the other thing that I need to do is I want to only have this run if so let me back that up. When we run the scripts package, what it does automatically is it creates this stream meta, this .asset.php file, and it's going to handle any dependencies that the script needs, and the version number. So what I want to be able to do here is I'm going to say stream panel assets path. Right, equals I'm gonna do this. Should be that. And we should be able to go build plugin. Oh, that's actually gonna be wrong. This right here. This is gonna actually be stream meta panel. That's what that's gonna actually load. So we need to look in here. I'm just gonna grab this whole thing, right? And then we're gonna want to look for this file here. So stream meta panel .asset.php, right? And then we're gonna say if file exists, because we don't want to try to enqueue this if we don't have this file, because it could mean it may not work, first of all, because we could use some, we need some dependencies, right? So we do this. Okay, so if file exists, then we're gonna say assets equals require, and we're gonna get that file, right? And then now we can say, okay, I want assets, and this is the dependencies. So we need to load whatever dependencies are in there. These, and then we can do this again for version, and set it to true to load in the footer. Now, what do they break here? No, I need that thing. Oh, I need this too. Boom. Okay. All right, cool. So I didn't spell that right, obviously. So I'm just gonna go over here. There we go. Okay, so this is a lot of stuff, but basically this is enqueuing the file, dealing with dependencies, handling the version, all that good stuff. And we just have to do it manually because we don't have block.json. So if you're registering a block, the block registration process, like when you call register block type, it actually will handle all of this stuff for you. It'll just deal with it. And that's one of the really cool things about the block.json is it enables you just to be able to have this stuff handled. You don't have to worry about it. Cool. All right. So let's get over here now. And we'll just check this. So if I run this, I go edit, I run this, nothing's loading. So why is nothing loading? Let's take a look. Inspect. So I don't see any errors. Console. I don't see any console errors. All right, maybe I've got my pathing all messed up. Let's have a look. I got too many windows going on here. All right, let's look in here again. Let's make sure my path. So build plugin Steam. That'll do it. Stream. There we go. Okay. Typos for the win. Let's give this a whirl. Still nothing, eh? So let's just see why that is. Stream if file exists. Streams meta panel build plugin stream meta panel.js. Okay, let's see. We get here. Oh my god, come on, Ryan. If we do, I'm gonna put this in. So if we get in here, we know that this logic works. And it didn't, so let's is this okay, so it works. So I'll put that down there. So let's see, what is this thing? Post types build plugin stream meta panel. We don't need that. Looks right. Content plugin stream post types build plugin stream meta panel. Okay, so that's accurate. So now let's. If file exists. Oh, sorry. It's a URL. I was using, it was giving me the URL of it, like to access it, but it was not. I should have like obviously noticed that a little bit better. There we go, because it's an include. So sorry, that is actually the path on the server, not on the URL, not the URL, which is what I want, and it's apparently my first day. So dir path up here, dir URL down here. That looks correct. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so now we have that file is loading, right? So now the other thing that we need to consider is that we only want this to load on our custom post type. So if we load this here, this will get loaded everywhere, which is totally fine. There's two ways that we can do it. We can have it check in here, get what the post type is, and then only enqueue it, or we can do it inside here. Maybe we should do it here. Maybe we should do it inside of here because then we're not waiting for an asset to load that we don't need, right? So let's say post. Okay. I think I can just do bar dump. I'm thinking get post type. I think get post type is available. Does it get current post type? No, get post type. So we just do that. Let's see what this does. I think this exists at this point. No, critical error. Why? That's fine. Run this. Okay, cool. Awesome. So we got our post type in here. So if we say if file exists and get current, get post type is Twitch stream 1, 2, 3. If so, this is saying if the file exists and it's the right post type, then it should get enqueued. And that got enqueued. Now let's check it in posts, for example. Add a new post. It does not get enqueued. Okay, because it's not triggering. So, cool. All right, so let's get rid of this. Right now, okay. So now I think we can just put this away. So the thing that we want to do now, I have my snippet. I'm just going to grab a lot of it here. We're going to get some dependencies, which I'll talk us through in a minute. Right, we got a bunch of dependencies here. And the important thing that we want to do is we want to register a plugin. So register plugin is how we add a slot fill. Like what we're doing here is I want to add, I want to put a panel over here that allows me to mess with the post meta. That's what I want to add. So to do that, we need a slot fill called the document setting panel. Yeah, so that's what we'll do. So you can see I've got my plugin document setting panel, and then I've got a bunch of other stuff in here. So the way that we register a slot to be added to a fill is delete that. There we go. The way that we register slot is using this register plugin. So we're going to give it a name, Twitch stream meta. And then I need a component. So my component I've got called here is stream meta, and it's just a regular React component. It's a functional React component. Pardon me. Sorry. And yeah, we're gonna do that, and that's what we need. So the first thing that we need to do is we're going to use our document setting panel. So we need to return that from here. All right, and then anything inside of this, this is the content. I'm gonna cough again here in a minute. Oh, I apologize. Let me take a quick drink. Okay, so let's render that. I think I'm building. Am I building right now? Yes, I am. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna refresh this. So you can see, there we go. So now we've got this panel that we've created that's going to allow us to put anything in there. Now we can start messing with things that we want to mess with. All right, so we've got that registered. Now let's just confirm again that it's not being added. It's not being added to any other post type. So we know that. That's good. So we got that. It's right here. Okay, so this is the content. So that's the stuff that we want to swap out. So now to be able to get access to our post meta, we're going to need to use this little piece of goodness here. It's a hook called useEntityProp. And we need to add the name of that. So in here we can hard code it. So Twitch stream. So this is we're getting the props for this particular entity. So the entity is a post type, and the type of entity, which is post type, is Twitch stream. Does that make sense? So like this is like we're looking for post type. This could be probably page or taxonomy as well. And then this is the actual post type that we're looking for. And then we're going to look for the post meta on that. And so this is going to return. This is a hook, so it's going to return to us a variable that represents the value of all the post type, of all the post meta, and then it's going to also return us a function to set that post meta. So if you're familiar with use state in React, this is the exact same idea, and it's the same idea as attributes and set attributes, but this returns, I think this is called, is this called a tuple? I don't know. It's returning two values. It's returning an array of two values, and the first value, this is array destructuring in JavaScript. I don't know. Somebody here, I don't know if any of my heavy JavaScripters are in the room, but feel free to jump in if I've just butchered that entirely. Cool. So what we're going to do then is we can just console log out meta, right? So there probably won't be any meta, but we'll see in a minute. So I'm going to just go ahead and refresh this. And, oh, they know my console window. I'm going to just come in here. Sorry, I'm going to get the object. So we see we've got, oh, right. I already did this last week. So we've got this meta and some values. Maybe what we should do, I'm going to create a new one of these. And I call it my second stream, just so we can see what it looks like. Stream. I'm going to save that. So you can see down here, it's returning the meta. So it's aware of this post meta, but there's nothing in it because we haven't saved anything, right? And that's because this stuff has been registered in the PHP, which we already saw, and now it's available to us to do with as we see fit. So I'm going to do that. Okay, cool. So now we've got this stuff, right? So what we actually want to do is we're going to want to do some funky things. I'm going to do this. And this is going to destructure out some values for us, right? Yeah, so this is great because it's not being used. So what I'm doing is there's potentially other post meta that would be available to us. If we had another, I don't know, if you had something that, a plugin that added post meta to all registered post types, then you could potentially have other meta. So we want to make sure that we just get the meta we want. So what I'm doing here is some destructuring stuff. So that's the name of the item on the object. I'm giving it a better name for JavaScript purposes, as like an alias. And then here I'm setting a default because this is the stream date. I want it to set to today's date when that thing gets popped up in there. But this will only happen if the value isn't existing. And then same with stream duration. I want to put stream duration in there as well. So let's get some controls in. If you're I don't think we need this use select actually anymore. I was using that for something else. So we want a text control and a date picker. So let's put the date picker in first. So we're gonna put it in the date picker. Now these are our components and they're documented. You can absolutely go and have a look at them in the Gutenberg repo or the handbook. There too. Stream duration. You know what we're gonna do though? You should always try to flag your strings as being translatable. So we're going to do that with that's what is it, I18N. We're going to use the internationalization thing in here, and I'm going to come back and do this. All right, do that. And I could just steal that now. Oh, yeah. Boom, boom. And then I'm going to just do this. Replace this, and I'm going to replace metadata. Oh, what did I do? Okay. Metadata with duration. And we should also put duration. In our here, we'll have it would have defined a text domain. So we're going to use our text domain as well. And I'm just going to add that as the second variable in here, or the second parameter, I should say, not variable. Okay, and that's a better way of doing it. So we've got a label. We're going to have a value for this. So the value is going to be stream date up here. And the next thing is going to be an on change. So when this date picker changes, we want to do something, all right? And so what we want to do is we're going to get the new date. New date will be here. The date coming from the date picker. And then we're going to do some, so I'm going to do this anyway. So we're going to take that set meta function that we've been passed from up here. So remember, this comes back from the hook. And then we're going to take whatever the current meta is, right? We're going to spread that. This takes a parameter of an object. So what we want to do is give me meta, whatever is meta, and then I'm going to update. I'm going to override whatever is in meta currently. With, oh my God, I cannot type duration today. And I'm going to say new date. So what this is going to do is this is going to create an object out of this where it's going to take all the current values of meta and then it's going to override stream duration inside of that with the new date. So that's the approach that we're taking here. So we save this and I come back over here. I don't know why I'm not doing that. I'm going to save this. So we should. So here we go. So now it's taking today's date. So this is our stream duration. What am I calling it? Stream? No, it's not stream duration. It's stream date. That doesn't make any sense. Stream, and I'm going to say date. Okay, new date. That makes a lot more sense, right? So if I come back over here, should be able to refresh this now. It's working. So if I pick, is it working? Why is that not working? Stream date, new date. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so it's not changing. Huh, that's interesting. Okay, let's refresh this page. It's picking that down. I wonder if this is causing the problem. Maybe I should do it like this, or new date. Does that work? That's not gonna work. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Stream date, stream date. Okay, all right. Let me just see what's going on here. I'm gonna console log this. Console log meta. And then I just want to kind of see what's happening. There's something weird going on here, and I'm not sure what it is. Okay, so we're gonna stream date is 03, 22, 03, 20. What is that? So that's changing. It's definitely changing, but it's not. The value's not updating. Interesting. So why is the value not updating? Let's look. Stream date. I'm just gonna do that. I'll just save the draft. Should be set to this. Was it 6th? Wait, let's set to the 31st. Okay, set to the 31st. We'll cancel. See what that's about. Reload. Oh, you know why? That's why. I was looking at I have a file over here and I was looking at a different one. So that's just me being ridiculous. So new date. Actually, do I need to do that? It looks like it's handling that for me. That's really cool. Like it's picking today's date automatically. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so there we go. So now we can choose the date and that works fine, right? So that's gonna be our stream. But why am I not seeing DatePicker? Maybe doesn't have a label. I don't think DatePicker's got a label. So maybe we should, I'm gonna put a little like, what is it, like H2 in here? Or H3? And then we'll put a label in. I'm gonna go look at the, I'm definitely gonna go look at the documentation here in a minute, but so that doesn't exist. This is for a different component. Okay, so now we should have some sort of date stream option here. Stream date, okay. Cool, all right. So we got the stream date, so now let's put in the stream duration. And this is the same idea as before, except instead of DatePicker, we're gonna use a TextControl. Again, I'm gonna use this properly. And I'm gonna grab that and paste that in there, and then you should be able to do this. Cool, so this is gonna stream duration. Now this is text. And this will basically give us some stream duration stuff. So if I'm gonna close this down so you can see now we got stream duration. Now this is just open text, which isn't great. Because my idea, I would really like to be like, you know, whatever, 0001, 01, 01, 30, right? So let's do that. So, because there's some stuff that we can do on the PHP side where you can pass that to it and it'll render it out. I think it's, what is it, WordPress, number, format, looks like human, number display. What is that thing called? It was like human readable time, I think is what I wanted. Human readable duration. So if we do this, you pass stuff to it and it'll go like, oh, you know, 4 hours and blah, 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 blah. So that's what I'm going to use on the block side. Anyways, so we're going to get there. Cool. So I think, so let's look. All right, now if we come back here, we have our duration. Oh, no, let's save our draft. We got our duration here. Great. So we've got duration and we've got our stream date. We publish this and great, we're good. So, cool. So we have that, one second. Oh. False alarm for my kids, no worries. Cool. So now, okay, so we've got this, and so this is the point last week where things kind of fell off the rails a bit because I wanted to register a block. So I think we're going to just register a block, and then we're going to make that block editable. What am I saying? What am I saying? Help me out here. What am I saying? Yeah, let's register the block now. Okay, so I don't think I need any of this stuff. Cool. So, all right. So now we're in here. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to rename source. I'm going to call it block because that's what we're calling it in here. Stream. I'll call it stream just to keep it nice and stream meta blocks. We got the stream meta panel. We got the stream meta block. I'm going to look at package.json and we're going to change the entry point of this to be block, because remember scripts expects to be looking for its entry points in the source. Instead, we're going to tell it to look in the block. And if we come back over here and we cancel this, we go npm start. The start command just does the block stuff. So if I run this, you should see that it's going to run. Uh-oh, what do we do here? Can't resolve stream meta because I didn't name it right. That'll do it. Stream meta dash block. Okay, so let's clear this. You guys reading this okay? And yes. And then we're gonna go npm caps npm start. And then that should build out what we need. Okay, it looks like it's building. So in our block, we've got all this good stuff. You know, it's not doing though. Huh, interesting. It's not copying anything over there. So maybe we can't do that. What it should be doing is copying this block.json in there, and it should also be copying template in there. So I think we have to revert that. Okay, I'm going to revert that, call it source. I'm going to take this out, and then I'm just going to try it again. That's interesting. Okay, cool. I think that's something that we might need to look at for the package itself. Yeah, there we go. So in the block now, we've got our block.json, we've got our template path, so we're all good there. Okay, so that's enough of this ridiculousness. We'll start building this block. So the block is in source. We're going to call this, call it stream meta. Stream details, call it that. Okay, and then was going to be post stream details, the name of our thing. Great, awesome. So, so what we need to do then, okay, is in our we need to register the block down here. So we're going to register block type. So it's not going to be in build. So it's going to be in build / block. So this is the path to the block.json file. So it's going to be in the build / block, which is in here, right? Block.json. And we also need to update our template path in here, like this, right? So if we update this, it needs to be updated. If we update this now, if we refresh this, stream details. We have stream details. So this is our block. So we're going to update this block. Okay, so now the block is registering as expected. We can close this stuff down. So now in our block code, we're going to look at the index is pretty straightforward. Nothing really going on here that we need to worry about. We don't need a save because it's a dynamic block. We're going to render this on the front end as needed. And we're also, and then, so in our edit, this is where we're going to be doing some work. So this is not what we need at all. So if we look at the template, we've got a p tag and then we've got this. So this is not really all that helpful. So what I want to do is I'm going to render it inside of, I guess, a section tag. I guess I'll render it inside of a section tag. So with dynamic blocks, you have to maintain the markup in two places. So I'm gonna do my markup. It looks like this. So section, all right, and then in here, what are we gonna do? I guess p tag. Or we can just we'll just do a couple of spans maybe. Span, and this will be the duration. Right, direction, and this will be a span. I don't know why I'm using spans. We can do stream date, right? And then up in here, we can just use our get post meta calls, right? So we need to open up some PHP tags like this, and we're going to say duration. Is going to be get post meta, and then we need to get get the ID of this current post. The key is going to be stream duration, if I spell it right, which I am not. Duration, and then we're going to set it to true because we only want to get that one particular thing. And so let's do that. Do this. Now, so if we go stream duration, we can go, what was the name of that function? Human readable duration. Okay, so we can call human readable duration, and we'll pass the duration in there, and we should get something interesting. Let's see. Is this gonna? Oh, I'm gonna echo this into the section tag as well. Do that, and I'm gonna get rid of this. That's yelling at me because I need to escape things. I think it's saying, but that's not easily escapable because it's just not. Anyhow, okay, so let's just come over here. We're gonna refresh this. I'm gonna go look at this view, this stream. I'm gonna see what we got. Stream date, stream duration. Oh, I'm probably not echoing. That's why. There we go. 0 hours, 1 minute, and 30 seconds. So that's what we want. And I instantly hate this. So this is gonna be a UL. I think UL, not URL, UL, and then I'm gonna do list ida list like this, and then we'll have a little thing. So here we go. So stream date, stream duration. We still need to clean that up a little bit. Do this, and then we can get our date. And here stream date, and we can go. Escape HTML, which I should probably be doing with the date stuff as well, or with the stuff. Boom, and boom, and boom, and we'll refresh this. Okay, so that's clearly a date that I need to. We need to do some stuff. So we're gonna go PHP. Oh wait, WordPress date format. Formatting date and time. This is what we want here. Is there a function? It's not super helpful. The time. Excuse me. I wonder if we should just use PHP date. Do this. I'm sure there's better ways of doing this. Man, I haven't done this in a while. WordPress human readable date. Is there something in there? Human time diff? No. I just can't remember the name of the function, or can't think of a function that I want to use. It's human. Oh, human time diff. What does this thing do? Maybe this is the one I'm looking for. Samples aren't that great, are they? Yeah, sure. Let's see what this spits out. Human time diff date. I don't even know what that's gonna spit out. Let's just have a look here. Let's see. Oh, where am I? 52 years. That's definitely not correct. Current time. Interesting. What this is gonna do? Let's have a look here. I don't really use this. It's kind of interesting. Is this broken? Am I gonna? Oh boy. I think I need 2 in there. Oops. 12 minutes. I just want to display the date. That's totally not what I want. Okay. Date. Oh god, I can't remember now. Get date, is that what I want? Yeah, that might be what I want. Okay. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna steal this, and I'm gonna see if I can get this working like this. Echo date. Right, and then I think, is it gonna be date? Nope. All right. I need to format that, and that's not formatting it very well. Okay. WordPress format date. Oh, I wonder if I need to do that. Okay. Maybe that's it. String to time. String to time, and I'll do date because that'll just be a string. And let's just see what that does. Did I not echo that? I did not echo that. Just work, you. There we go. March 10th. Is that the right date? It doesn't seem like the right date. Today's March 10th. Why is it giving me that ridiculousness? Well, pretty just fine. I'm trying to get this stupid date to display. That's really, oh, sorry. What I'm trying to do is I have a date, and I'm pretty embarrassed that I can't get this figured out in front of all you wonderful, smarter. There we go. We got it. Okay. So I have a date that I'm storing, and now it's just needs to be output. And it's going to use the date format from the, there we go. So that's the stream date, and that's the duration. Go, okay. All right. Okay. And so, oh, this is March 10th. Why does it say March 10th? Let's look. Is it doing something? That's interesting. Why does that? Where's that come from? Go. It's happening before that. Get post meta. What's going on here? don't know where that March thing's coming from. Maybe it's just part of the block tag. Okay, cool. Anyways, all right, so what I got going on now, finally, I'm sure everyone's just really loving this. I have my block output, block markup, and this is gonna keep yelling at me because I don't have a package or anything in here. Blocks, and I need a space after that. Okay, great. Okay, cool. So this is my block. So what I want to do now is I want to add a template to my. I want to add a template to this. Oh, we need to do this end too. So we're gonna do that. Okay, cool. So that's the output. So in here, I basically want to do this. So I'm going to go in here and into the edit. I'm going to change this to a UL tag. All right. And I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to put 2 li tags in here. Li, right? Do this, and then we're gonna. Did I put that? I did. Okay, so because we want this to match the front end as much as possible, we're just gonna do that. Stream duration, right? And so let's do that. And then stream, oh, what did I call it here? I said stream date and duration. Stream date, duration, I forget what my, where did I put, oh yeah, it's in here. So I need to get my, that's what I'm looking for. That is the text domain that I'm using for that. Okay, so again, we're going to need to get access to our post meta, so we can do that using our useEntityProps hook. We'll import that from, we'll just put that somewhere from core data, and you can literally steal the same code that you have here. I'm going to grab all, I'm going to get rid of that first of all. I'm going to grab all this, same stuff. Now you could argue, you could definitely abstract this out into something different if you'd like, and then we're gonna do there's probably a better way of doing this. I'm sure there is. I think there might be a sprintf that we can use, but I'm just going to do this for now to get it working. So this is going to show us that stuff. We don't need to set the meta here. We're not actually using it. So we can actually, I think we can just do this because we're not changing any meta, right? So this should on in here, if this is building properly. Ooh, okay. So that's right, but it's not, right? We got to change the date, so the date gets all updated. So we need to format that date. So okay, I gotta do just some JavaScript date formatting. Which I have no idea what I'm doing with. JS format date. How to format JavaScript again? Yeah, I'm Googling it. That's fine. New date, local format. Okay, that's what I want. To local format. Let's just see if that works. Where am I? Oh, no, not there. Yeah. Nope. Refresh. Yeah, I want to refresh that. Oh, of course. Of course. What's the error? Stream date dot local format. Oh, because it's not a date. I think I have to go. Do I have to do it like this? New date, past the date. Is that what I have to do there? It still doesn't seem right. I don't know why you gotta be like that. a string. So it's not actually a date. Just, hold on. Maybe I'm overthinking it. It's a new date. Oh, duh. Okay, so let's, sorry. Okay, const display. Display date equals new date, and I'm going to pass stream date to it. And then I should be in the console.log it. So as you can see, if you don't actually know anything about JavaScript, which clearly I do not, you can get this happening pretty quickly. So let's just look. So in here, where'd you go? So that's the date, okay. So if I pass new date and then I to local format. Okay, so I just do that. Maybe I can do that. Oh, display date. We'll get there. We'll get there. And then I'll do a big mission accomplished. Best follows prior. Why are you being an asshole? Sorry. It's display date. It's not a function. Okay. Well, this looks great. Cool. Maybe I just need to do some funky stuff in here. Let's look. That's my date. Oh, thanks. Is that all I have to do? Is that all I have to do? What's this say? Oh yeah, okay, cool. All right. Get what am I displaying that thing as on the front end? I can't remember now. What is it? It's month, day, year. Okay, so I do month, day, year. Get month. Right. I don't know. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? What? Oh, sorry. Get month. Oh. Oops. Get. This is annoying. So get month returns a number. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, whatever. JavaScript, you hate me so much sometimes. And then I should be able to go get full year, right? Full year. I can see why things like moment are a thing. Okay, so that's that. There's a comma after there. Just date get full year. Okay. Date get month name. Is that a Oh, let's try that. Okay. Maybe I can do that. Let's see. Month. Going to get full string and go long, and then get rid of that ridiculous comment, and actually call it the right thing. And let's just see. Who knows what I'm gonna do here? Holy, there we go. That was ridiculous. Okay. Yay, match addressing. Adam, you get out of here. Is that just going to be the whole thing? Let me just see what that is. I don't even believe you. No, I do. I totally believe you. You're smarter than me. Can I copy that? Okay. I'm going to copy this. We're just going to do this. I'm going to put it above it. And then put this in here. And let's see. New date. So format new date. So if I put display date, get out of here. If I put display date in here now, right? Let's see what happens. There you go. There you go. Once again, you have made me a better engineer, and I appreciate you for that. So I'm going to do this. This is a much clearer way of doing that. I'm going to get rid of that. That makes me happy. And we're just going to do this. And I'm going to bow my head in shame and deference to you, my good sir. Cool. So we've got that. Now on the front end, it looks different. So we need to do the duration. Oh my God, we're going to do the duration again, guys. We're going to do the duration again. Oh, why do I have another, I have this. I'm just going to leave duration. I don't fight with it. Because there's a bunch of maths in there. So anyways, we've got this. Great. So I'll let Adam fix that up for me. Cool. So we got the duration. In fact, you know what? Because I'm being lazy, I'm going to just spit the duration out as just the duration. And just because it's going to break if people don't put the right thing in anyways. So we're going to do this duration. There we go. Cool. So we got that. All right. So now we've got this block. So in our stream post type, I want to add a template, right? I think you can just add it like this. Let's go custom post type block template. I think you just add it. Yeah, I think you just do it like this. So on custom post type. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add template. And then, like I thought, and then in here you do an array. And each item in the array, you've got an array. Each item in the array is a block, which is in and of itself is an array. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to put an array. And the name of the block. So the name of our block is this thing, stream details, right? So we're going to do a stream details in there, right? And then we're going to add because I think what we need in here is we're going to do a YouTube embed, right? Like this. So, and then I don't know what the WP data dot, I don't know what this block name is called. Select, and we'll go get blocks. So we can see what blocks are actually in there. So we can see the name of our block, core embed. Provider name. Okay, so this is interesting. So what I want to do is I want to put a core embed in there. So basically we'll have the stream thing, we'll have this, and then I can do maybe whatever core. We'll do a core heading. All right. So every time we add a new one of these, we should get a template with, we should get these things automatically populated. So let's add a new stream. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that, and we'll see what comes in. So we've got, great. So I don't know what that is, why that's breaking. Oh, I know why that's breaking, because there's no, yeah, I know why that's breaking. So I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. So the block is breaking because, oh, Kevin Backdoors, resub, thank you, sir, appreciate you. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. Stream date. And I think this will work. Right? I think, no, not that, this, sorry, my bad. That's, I think, what we want. So this is going to check to make sure stream date's available before it outputs things. And I'm going to do the same thing for stream duration. All right. And this, and this, and this, and this. And so I think that'll fix our problem here. So all streams. So let's add a new stream. See if it breaks. Okay, didn't break. Okay, cool. So we've got like a heading tag in here. It's defaulting to an H2. This is obviously not correct. So I think what we need to do to make it a YouTube is the second parameter. Let me look. The second parameter of each array is basically the attributes. So we're going to add an array here, and this is a bit in the weeds, but if we come back to our post here, we can see if we go ahead and add, oh, come on, if we go and add a YouTube video, because all my streams are also on YouTube. So I'm going to just basically make that a thing. And if I call get blocks, you can see what the blocks are. Brian Henry, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. You can see we've got a core embed up here. We've also got a core embed up here. The difference being the attributes. So up here, there is no, oh wait, what's that? Yeah, so we haven't set that. So I believe if I just add this to my template in here, by doing this, and by doing this, and by making it actually work in PHP. No, not there. Did it in the wrong spot. Sorry. Here. Right. We should. Why is this yelling at me? That's the problem. Missing it. Oh, right there. So this should insert a YouTube embed, and then this will be the thing. And so I can go array, and I think I can go content. Let's look. It's gonna tell me what heading content. So I'm gonna say content is gonna be set to stream overview, right? And then we're gonna say the level. We're gonna make the level. So the heading level, make that I think that's 3. I think that'll work. Why is it gonna be grief? Okay. So look, so we got, where am I? Level 2. So I mean, it's an H2, so it's level 2. So we're gonna make it a level 3, and I got rid of that because it's. Wait a minute. Hold on. What's going on? Oh, is this being done? Okay. I need that. I need that. I need this. And why is this yelling at me? Each item in a multi-line array must be on a new. Does that mean this is gonna be? Oh. And this should be having trailing comma. Okay, what is this? Oh, man, PHP-CS. Okay, cool. So this is adding some much more customization here now. So if I come back and I'll just get rid of this. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna go add new stream. So hopefully, there we go. So we've got, this is our title. This is our YouTube embed, ready to roll. This is our H3 with our title thing. So the next thing I'm gonna add another one of these, array, core, paragraph, right? And I mean, if you wanted to, you could add placeholder, you know, update the placeholder text. You can say, you know, stream details here, do something like this, right? And so this gets pretty, you can get as detailed or whatever as you want here. So if I refresh this, is this gonna do it? Yeah, so now we've got a paragraph tag ready to go that you can type. You've got your stream overview. We can even lock templates. Like if you wanted to make, yeah, that's not a bad thing. So if we wanted to say, okay, I want this template to only ever have, like, this is all I want. I don't want anyone to move it. I don't want anyone to mess with it. I just want them to put in their content. I think this needs to be, why? File 9. Okay, there we go. Let's just double check. So there is a template. There's a locking mechanism. So you can say all, prevents all operations. So you can't insert new blocks. You can't move or delete blocks. Insert means you can. You can't remove, but you can move. You can't add or remove, but you can add. Sorry, but you can move the ones that are in there. So let's just say I'm going to say template lock all. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to refresh this. And when I click on this stuff, you'll see, what, you just liar. Maybe I did it wrong. Template lock, maybe that's not the right thing. Oh, template lock, yeah. Sorry, that's the PHP coming to get me. Template _ lock. Sorry, the JavaScript version is different. It's template, it's whatever that called, snake case, whatever. Not snake case, camel case. All right, so we refresh this now. If I've locked this properly, you can see I have no ability to move this, to move these. I can't, there's no option to delete. If I select this block, if I select this block and try to delete it, I can't insert anything. So you can get pretty, verbose with what you want to do here, right? And then so now if we add this, we can see that we have our stream date up here, right? And our stream duration is here. So we can say this is like whatever, an hour, 1 hour, 30 seconds, 30 minutes, and 34 seconds. All right, so that's our stream. 34 seconds, and then if I go to my YouTube channel, which is right here, this is Shameless Pitch. Is this gonna work? Oh, I don't have my bot running, so never mind. It won't work. I'll just forget it. Here is my channel. I'm just gonna paste it in here for those. Paste and go. Just gonna grab a video out of here. So let's grab this custom deprecation one. We'll put that in. Yeah. And yes, and then put that in there. So we've got this. We can embed it. So the stream. This is February. Oops. Stream details. We can go. Interesting. I see a glitch in the matrix here. So, oh no, sorry. February 17th was our thing, and I don't know what the duration was. Let's just say, so save this, right? And then we'll publish it. And we can go and look at this, right? And there we go. Now we've got this horribly pixelated embed. Some things that, you know, clearly need a bit of. Oh, did I not put a title in this? I didn't. So like live stream. Feb 17th, 2022. Update this. We should have our title here. So there we go. There's our line. So stream date. I don't know why this says March 10th in there. I have no clue. But I guess we'll find out. Oh, I think that's part of. I think that's in the theme. Okay. So that's kind of it for this part. Now, if we wanted to get into theme, the sort of the theme level stuff, you know. So I have a theme that I'm using that we built with Daisy Olson over a couple of streams over there a couple months ago, and it is it's a block-based theme. So I'm going to put some templates in. So right now I don't have a template for anything to do with this custom post type. So what we want to do is what we can do is we can take a single. So this is our index landing. Let's look and see what we got in here. I'm gonna close this. Bear with. I'm close down some of these windows. Close tabs to the right. Okay. So if I look in Appearance Editor, right, we're now in the Site Editor. So you can see, and we can look at our templates by clicking on this. We can go to our templates. We see we have an index. And oh no, sorry, not the index. I want to go back to my templates, and there should be a single post. And oh, that's where that's coming from, is that. So I put the post date in my template. So let's say that I wanted to use this, but I want to have a custom template in my theme. We could do that. I think, can we go add new? Does it recognize? No, it doesn't. So what we're going to do, there's two ways that we could, a couple ways that we could do it. We could go into that post type. We could build our own template from that. So if we go back into the dashboard, go to my streams, I open up this stream. You can see the template that I'm using here is the single post. So I can use the default template, meaning the template that it would use in the template hierarchy, the way it works now. So the default template for this would be single.php if you're in a classic theme, or single.html if you're in a block theme, or it would default back to index. If we wanted to create a new template for this, we can do it by clicking on this. We can name the custom template, and then I think it'll only work for this particular post. But if we want to make it site-wide, we can also do that in code. So I'm gonna add a new file. I'm gonna call it single. Oh god, now I can't remember this name of the post type. That's what you need. So because it's the same as it was in standard theming. So we're gonna do a new file. We'll call it single Twitch stream .html. Right. So now that's in place. I think if we go and view the stream, it's empty. So now it's by default trying to use this template because that's what this is for, right? So if we come into page, I'm just gonna grab this stuff, right? So this is a template part that I have set up in here. This is my header. This is my footer. It's also a template part. So this should spit out the post content. Right now, if we refresh this, we can see, all right, there we go. So there's our post content. There's a single post for this particular thing. Now, if you wanted to add more to this, you can. You want to add a sidebar, you want to add whatever you'd like to add in there, you can absolutely do that. Where is that? So I think the majority of our updates are being done in the editor. Now, if you want to do an archive as well, you can do that. Again, the same rules apply. Archive. If you put an archive in, it'll be. Twitch stream.html. So I think now if we come up and go, so you can see what I'm doing here. I don't know, you can read that. I'm just taking the post ID because apparently I didn't. I think I need to redo the permalink. Yeah, I need to update that permalink. There we go. So if I refresh this now, we have a proper permalink. If I do this now, we should see. Okay, so this is going to use the archive. So we can steal whatever we want to do for query block, right? So we had this. So again, we can go and grab our header and our footer. All right, we can get this stuff. We can change the content for all of this. All right, and this is content will be here, and so we have this in place. We got the header and the footer. Now, the other thing let's say we wanted to edit this like in real time, right? We can go to edit site. We're now we can go to the templates that we're editing. So we see we've got archive Twitch stream right here, single Twitch stream. So if I come in here and say, okay, cool, now there's nothing in here, I'm going to delete this, remove this classic block. I want to insert, let's say, a query loop, right? So we're going to put the query loop in, okay? But what I want to do is when I have my query loop, we're going to do a couple of options. We got grid view, we got single view. I'm going to hit choose. This is just setting this out, all right? But we want this to be settings. We want to inherit. So the query loop can be used anywhere. It can be used in a template. It can be used in a post. You can put it anywhere you want. But the thing that you want to do, oh, Adam, I'm just noticing all of your comments in there. So just note that the US might not match if you have certain pictures as you're getting format from different things. Yeah, I needed to probably do a bit more homework on this before diving into it. But so what I want to do is I want to inherit the query from the template. So because this is pulling all of my regular posts, I don't want that. So I want to do this, and now it's only going to pull streams, right? And so I can hit save. I can hit save. Oh, I kind of went through that a bit quick. So you can see that it's telling you that you're going to update the template, and that's great. So we want to make sure that that's set to inherit its query from there. We're gonna hit we're gonna hit save, and then how can I go see this now? Scroll to the dashboard, go to the visit sites, and I go dash streams. Cool. Well, clearly I needed to fix something there. There's probably something I post content wrapper or something that I didn't put in. So let's maybe fix that. Let's see. So let's go to our templates. Let's go to our index. So what do we got in here? Let's look. Cover, root block. Oh yeah, so probably should have done a little bit more more stuff in here. I put 2 columns in, all that. What else we got? Templates. Let's look in page landing. Yeah. So anyways, but it's just a matter of going in and making those changes and adding whatever you want to do. And then if you did want to say if you wanted to get this as actual content, like as actual hard copy, actual HTML, you can come over to the export tool, and then this will actually download a zip of all your site modifications, and then you can add them to your theme and actually hard code that stuff in there. Yeah. Now I think I have covered all the things that I wanted to cover. It's about noon, so that's perfect timing. But does anyone have any sort of questions about anything? Adam, Wills, Dev, again, I owe you a hat tip and all that fun stuff. And this is for you because you helped me do this right now. So there we go. Respect for you for mission pass. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, yeah, so this has been fun. So thanks everyone for coming. I don't really know, is there any much else I want to talk about? I'm going to push all this code up after this so you can take a look. The video will be, I'll have to edit it all down, and it'll be up on YouTube probably Monday, and we'll kind of go from there. So thanks again. Appreciate you all. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. And be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content about Gutenberg and WordPress development.